This is how Elon Musk's plans to colonize Mars. And by the time you watch this video to the end, you will see how plausible this plan is. Elon Musk is known for making crazy and sometimes overly optimistic statements, but his promise to put people on Mars in the next 5 to 10 years has made more than a few people scratch their heads. SpaceX showed off an animation video that shows how people could get to Mars, and we have to see it pretty convincing. But before we get into that, hit the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel. We always upload quality and informative videos that keep you wanting more, so subscribe and stay subscribed. Thank you. The animation shows the spacecraft sitting on the launch pad and getting ready to take off. It then blasts off into space and separates from the huge rocket booster that sent it into orbit. Then, this launch vehicle with 33 Raptor engines that can produce 17 million pounds of liftoff power is shown going back to the launch pad to be used again. Later, the animation movie cuts to Starship starting its 9-month trip to Mars. But it is very obvious in the animation that this is not the first time people have gone to the Red Planet. Instead, the animation shows a scene from a long time in the future where many starships come and go from different landing pads all over the world. On Mars, there is already a giant dome with a human settlement inside. This is where humanity will stay. The animation ends with astronauts arriving on Mars and getting ready to get off of Musk's ship that will change the world. Quite an impression, right? At the moment, there is no rocket that can take people to the Red Planet, but that could change with Starship. Musk made it as part of his bigger plan to make us a multi-planet species, starting with a human colony on Mars and going as far as building towns there. The tech guru's long-term goal for Starship is for it to be able to take people to places in the greater solar system, such as gas giants like Jupiter or one of its possibly livable moons, and with each passing day, it's looking possible. A lot of people are supporting Musk's idea of colonizing Mars. One reason for that is people think that if there was a global disaster on Earth, the human race would be more likely to survive if humans lived on different planets in our solar system. Which makes sense. Starship will be built with the ability to take up to 100 people to the Red Planet, which is 250 times farther away than the Moon. The whole journey is estimated to take about 9 months to get to and from. Once the ship gets to Mars, SpaceX wants to use an automated building system to build a place for people to live, which is the dome we saw in the animated video. With this method, robots would build homes, roads, and other things on Mars. The company also wants to use robots to mine and handle local resources, like water and minerals, that could be used to support life on Mars, probably keeping humans safe from radiation and harsh weather conditions of Mars. SpaceX's plans to settle on Mars have come a long way, and the company is sure that by 2024, their technology will make it possible for people to live on Mars. Even though there are still a lot of problems to solve, SpaceX is eager to make this dream come true. The surface of Mars is not the only place Starship can go, though. In April 2021, NASA said that its Artemis 3 mission, which will send the first woman to the Moon in 2025, would use SpaceX's next-generation ship as the first crewed lunar lander. The Starship HLS, which stands for Starship Human Landing System, will have SpaceX's Raptor engines and a design based on the Falcon and Dragon ships. It will have a large bedroom and 2 airlocks that astronauts can use to go outside on the Moon. But the Starship HLS won't land on the Moon for the first time in 2025. NASA wants the ship to make a test landing without people on board before it sends people back to the Moon's surface for the first time since 1972. Starship can also be used to put devices into low Earth orbit and maybe even take tourists to space. If Artemis 3 mission is successful, then that means going to Mars would be achievable. So everything hangs in Artemis 3 being successful. Musk is already up to a good start, seeing as the launch of the Starship in April was considered a success on so many levels, despite the explosion. Musk has said in the past that the Starship project will cost between $2 billion and $10 billion to build. Musk is also building and preparing to launch several more Starship rockets, just like we saw in the animation. And the more successful the launches are, the more the dream of going to Mars becomes a reality. That's all we have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, let us know by hitting the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel and the like button so we know you loved it. Also, hit the little bell so you get notified when we post new space-related videos like this just for you. Thank you for watching. Till next time.